Hey guys, welcome to a recap of Jewish Matchmaking episode 4, Year of Cindy. And guys, we are rooting for Cindy for her to get a match because damn it, this last day was not it, y'all. It was not it for Cindy. So we open up the episode with a married couple that's been married for quite some time. They've been married for 47 years and they share their advice to how to keep your marriage and whatnot. And pretty much the wife says, just laugh a lot. Don't sweat the small stuff. And then she looks over to her husband to contribute to this conversation because she's taking the lead. And of course, his contribution has to be an X-rated joke. And she's like, really cut that, cut that, cut that. And of course, they leave it in. So I thought that was cute that we had a little scene with a couple that's been together for quite some time. What a great opener. But we get an update on Cindy, and I'm like, guys, our girl Cindy, she needs to find the one. So we see her, and she's actually waiting for her date to arrive. And he, of course, is late. That's such a no no. So for her, obviously, this is not a good start on the right foot. And she's waiting for Daniel actually. She went on a date previously with Daniel already, and it went okay. I felt like it was a slow start, a slow, a slow start, slow burn. So he comes and he finally arrives for the date and he gives the most unbelievable story of what happened and why he's late. So apparently he was late because he took a bus and then there was this guy who lost his wallet and he had to be the one to go help the guy find his wallet. Police arrive and I'm like, sir, we are not buying it. That's not real. Just say you were late, own it. I would much rather him say that he had upset stomach and he was stuck on the toilet, so he was late. But instead, he gave us this silly story. Cindy, of course, didn't buy it. But she still continued on to the first date. I felt like he should have came with at least flowers or something to recover. But they're on this date now and they're talking about family. And she wants to know how many kids he wants. And he says he only wants two because he doesn't want to go poor having kids. But Cindy, she wants four. And I'm like, that's a big difference between the two. She wants a big family. And not only she wants four kids, but she also wants to adopt a kid. And for him, his response was it was a response. In my opinion, it was immature and rude considering you're on a date with a lady and she's expressing desires that she wants to adopt kids, but you want to say, oh no, he's only gonna like his it's much more natural. I think there may be some miscommunication lost in translation, because he's pretty much saying the mindset that, oh, a man can love only really his kids. He's not gonna really love someone else's kids. And Cindy doesn't like his logic. And I'm seeing that this is not a match. This is only going downhill. It's getting even worse. And I just want this date to be over, but it's not. They continue to have a conversation and he decides that he wants to say something, but he says, don't be offended. And I'm like, that's not a way to start a conversation. It's not going to go good. He was already down one because he was late, down two because he pretty much insulted what the beauty of adoption and giving opportunity for for a young child, young baby to have a family. And now he wants to say something, but prepares her to not be offended when usually that's a setup to be offended. So he wants to talk about her, say something about her necklace. And I'm like, sir, she had this conversation with you. That necklace is sentimental and significant to her. You can understand this too because he also wears sentimental jewelry from his family. So he should understand that you should not say anything negative about that. Just respect that the person finds that jewelry sentimental. And we know her necklace is from her grandmother, who, is truly symbolic for her, very important to her. Her grandmother went through a lot. So this piece of jewelry is very significant to her. So he makes it a point to say to her that, her necklace reminds him of a trap that police would use, like a barricade used to trap criminals. And I'm like, how does that contribute to her liking you? This guy, he's older, but he's so immature. I felt like Cindy could have dated someone way better. Alisa, you need to have a little talk with this man, because this is not a man. This is not even a boy. This is an immature somebody who thinks that he can just show up late to a date, don't come with no flowers to make it up, and on top of that, criticize what I'm wearing. Sir, I'm done. Check, please. I want out of that date. So I was holding my breath for Cindy, but Cindy, she jokes it off. She's classy. And the date is over, but in her confessional, she is thinking about her ex and comparing everyone that she dates to her ex. And you can kind of see that she's not over her ex, and Alisa may be onto something. And of course, I'm happy that it didn't end up well with this guy. But this guy, anybody would have been better compared to him, because that date was atrocious. It was terrible, guys. So now we get to see Noah. And Noah, he is snowboarding with his friend. And they're pretty much talking about the process that he's in. And he's excited. He's over the moon. Him talking about who he wanted as a match, he seems like he's not so difficult to please. He asks for a lot of like values, personal values a person have, as opposed to someone's looks like Ori does. And so he's excited for his potential match. And her name is Eliana. So Eliana, she loves bald men, which is perfect because Noah is bald. So that's perfect. This is so different from Indian matchmaking, where Priya, she does not want anyone who's bald. She likes a guy with a top knot. So completely opposite in this show. So of course he is nervous, and he's wondering how his potential match will receive him having a kid. Now, Noah, he does have a kid from his previous marriage, but that kid lives in Israel, and he says that they have a close connection. They contact and talk to each other constantly on WhatsApp. So on his side, he feels like his relationship with his son is good. To me, as a woman, I'm like, just talking to a person on WhatsApp is not enough to say the relationship is good. I do think that you need to see someone, have face-to-face conversation, be a part of their life. But to each their own. He says their relationship is good. I was a little bit wondering about that a little bit. So I thought Noah's interesting, and I can't wait to see him go on his first date. We do not get to see him go on his first date in this episode, but we see the build up to it. So now we get to check on Miss Harmony. Miss Harmony, Miss Harmony, Miss Harmony. I'm like, Aliza, can you find someone cute for Miss Harmony? I think then she will just be happy. Do you guys think that Harmony is the male version of Ori? I just thought about that because she's very into looks. But she does have a lot of intellectual conversation with her dates, as opposed to Ori, who seems to be very surface level conversations that I've seen so far. So we see that Miss Harmony, she is being set up on a date by the restaurant manager from previous episode. Elisa said, be open to these opportunities. So you guys, we have the whole community here helping Miss Harmony find a date. So she goes all the way actually to Delray, Florida for this date. And she is on a date with Adam. Adam, he is an attorney. He's a part of city government, and I'm intrigued because I'm interested to know what part of city government he's in. And of course, Miss Harmony, she gets to it too as well. She's not shy from asking questions. And we learned that he's actually the current mayor. No, current vice. When he said mayor, I was like, oh. But he's the current vice mayor of Delray. So if stuff was about to go down and the mayor couldn't do what he was supposed to do, Adam, when he's not on this date, is supposed to do what he's supposed to do, okay? So this is actually intriguing and impressive to Harmony. And I thought he was an interesting guy because he was just dropping jokes. He was just trying to make Miss Harmony laugh. And Harmony, she is looking for passion. There wasn't much sparks for her with Adam. You know, could I see them as a couple together? That's not who I had in mind. Honestly, who I have in mind for Harmony, what the physical type she's looking for is Adam Levine from Maroon 5. That would be her vibe, her speed, cute little haircut, little fashion, that kind of guy. This guy was a little bit too clean cut for me, for her. So, Harmony, she's still looking for the passion. So she's polite, she's respectful, she enjoys the date, but she doesn't see the chemistry. She doesn't feel the chemistry, and ultimately, she wants Eliza to find the right guy that is pretty much a panty dropper. And I'm like, girl, are you asking for too much? I don't know, but at least it's supposed to help you and find out. Harmony is a gorgeous woman, so she wants a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous man to be on her side. So hopefully we get to see. I mean, she gets another date this episode. And I'm like, oh, we're so spoiled. So we're back over to Cindy, and she is with Elisa. Elisa is doing her check-in. And, Cindy is going through dating detox. Eliza, she sees the situation. She sees that Cindy is not ready for someone else to come in until she's completely detoxified from her past relationship. So she's asking Cindy to really think deep on what's holding her back. What is her dating baggage? And pretty much for Cindy, her dating baggage is a fear of being hurt again. She doesn't want to be hurt again. And I'm like, Cindy, we are here with you. Elisa is here with you, but you really do have to trust the process. And to trust this process, you really have to close the door on your past relationship to have someone step in and be there for you, unless you figure out and ultimately you realize that your ex relationship was the relationship you want. So that is ultimately what you have to figure out. So we are rooting for Cindy, and girl, don't waste your time. I mean, you're going on these cute dates, you need to have fun. So now we get to see Ori, Mr. Ori, our playboy, our problem. Oh, he's our problem child. It's true child. Woo. But he makes the show interesting. I like to see a date with Ori. So Alisa is setting Ori on a date with Corinne. Corinne, she has the blue eyes. So I'm like, okay, this is gonna be a little easy for Ori. We're gonna give Ori what he wants to see if that's what he truly wants. So when Ori sees Karen, he immediately likes her. He compliments her immediately. He gets lost in the eyes, so into her. So we learn a little bit about Corinne, and she's the youngest of 5, and they're super close. When she said that, I'm like, okay, that's good because that's similar to Ori. Ori, he's in a big family and they're super close. Then she says that her family are all in business together, a family business together. And I'm like, okay, that's another check for Ori because she'll understand the dynamic. Because remember when he was on a date with Addie, Addie looks at him like, oh, what's it like to work for your family? As if she was very critical, very judgmental towards it. But she didn't really understand the dynamic. And I think Corinne, she has that kind of understanding of that. So we also learned that Miss Corinne is a Libra and she's an attorney. So she's all about justice. And Ori, he seems so super impressed by that. And he's just so attracted to her. She could have said anything. Honestly, it would have been a yes. Honestly, it would have been a yes. And this is the first time we're seeing Ori be nervous. And for her, she talks about like what's important in a relationship for her, and it is support, sexual chemistry, sexual chemistry. And Ori was like, of course. He was so nervous. He was so nervous. And I feel like this is all good because this is all what Ori wants. Ori expressed that he wants 3 kids, but she's like, no, she wants 6. So that's a lot of work, y'all. Ori, He did say he wanted a big family, so I guess six will have to do. Now, it comes up that she asked Ori if he's truly Jewish, and for her, truly Jewish means no eating bacon. And he said he loves bacon. And she's like, if you want to have kids with me, then the kids will definitely not eat bacon. So he compromises, he's willing to compromise, and he says that he'll eat bacon by himself to the side. So these two, I'm kind of a little happy about this. I feel like these two have potential, but it's early. And we don't know if Ori's gonna change his mind, but he is so attracted to her that I feel like he would make an excuse and bend some rules as he already is doing. So I look forward to see Ori going on another date with Corinne, and they end the date kind of really strong for me. I feel like this is the best date ender that we have seen so far on this show. So now we get to see our girl Danny. Danny. And she's still with Sean. She's still hanging out with Sean, and these two are just having fun. I said, poor David, poor David. He has to see his girl having fun because he don't want to spend time and effort. We have another man who will. And, Danny, she's our Miami girly, but Sean, he doesn't see himself in Miami. He doesn't see late nights. He doesn't see party all day, stay up all night. That's not his lifestyle. That's not his vibe. So for Danny, she really does see Miami as her home. She likes it there. So distance, guys, it's gonna be an issue unless they can ultimately decide where they want to root themselves. Maybe I think they could even consider going back to South Africa because they're both from there and so familiar. So maybe she's willing to compromise with him. He's willing to compromise with her. But we'll see. So, this trip is gonna start to wrap up and they're gonna go their own way. And what we do learn is that David has been communicating with Miss Danny, seeing her stories, seeing her live her best life, and he misses her. So Danny, of course, she's still open to David. So when she gets back to Miami and he's back in Miami, they probably will reconnect and we'll see how that happens. Oh, she's about to be in a love triangle and I love to see it. Danny, do your thing. Two guys, two great guys. You know, Sean is so similar to her. She has to see if she wants to pretty much get married to herself. David, he's interesting and intriguing, and he's Latin, he's Cuban, so I don't know. You could swing either way. What you gonna do, Danny? We're gonna find out. We're on this ride with you, girl. So now we get to meet a new single that needs Aliza help, and it's Miss Faye. So Miss Faye, a little bit about Miss Faye is that she started her own company called OK Clarity, and pretty much it's a mental health and wellness platform for the Jewish community in Flatbush, Brooklyn, New York. Okay, so Faye also has her mom here as a support, and her only feedback that she gives is that she just wants someone that lights up her daughter and vice versa. So they both could be happy with each other. And that's it. And that's all she wants in the process. And she excused herself in the room. So now we just have Aliza and Faye getting down to the nitty gritty on what's the game plan, what's the strategy. So she wants ultimately someone who has a good character, good mitos, is kind, share religious values, and makes time to learn. Now, she is very orthodox, so she wants someone similar, someone from, Fraum, from, okay? So, what she ultimately wants is that she wants marriage. So, she is dating with a purpose, like everyone on the show is. And Aliza wants to get the time frame. How do you wish to operate these things? And guys, we are hoping to see her have a wedding within 9 months of meeting this person. And I'm like, oof, that's a lot. That's fast. So we'll see. We're rooting for Faye. So I can't wait to see what matches she's gonna get. I'm so curious, so interested to see who Aliza has in her Rolodex to date Faye. Now back to Miss Harmony. Back to Miss Harmony. I'm so excited to see Harmony. Harmony, Danny, and Ori. So far, they're so much fun. So much fun. So much fun. So much fun. So back to Harmony, and she is on a date with Ben. And she likes what she see. She likes what she sees. She likes what she see in Ben. But I felt like Ben was super nervous. Ben in his confessionals say how hot, how attractive Harmony was, but he didn't really show that. He didn't show that interest, which made me like watch the date kind of a little sideways because I'm like, sir, you grown. You have to show that you have interest in the woman, that you want woman, and you're doing something about to get woman, okay? So she likes what she sees, and he thinks she is good looking, she's beautiful and bubbly. And I'm hoping for the date to progress and move forward, but he's super, super shy, guys. He's super shy. And we know that Harmony can have fun with anybody. But come on. Come on, the man got to do the work too. So we learned that his longest relationship was 18 months, and that was 4 years ago during COVID. To me, I'm like, that's, I don't know. Okay. And the reason why it ended is that he was a workaholic. So it kind of was like, okay. I felt like, given all the other dates prior, Harmony is excited about this one because she is attracted to him. But I still have my notes out to review this, sir, because I don't know if Ben is it. But it's to be determined, and Harmony also does agrees that the sparks is to be determined. And even though the day was fun and cute, they ended up with a beautiful flower arrangements. So I did like that, and I do want to see Harmony out on a date with someone else to really see like her being her match, attractive wise and chemistry wise. I want to see that. I want to see that, and I'm rooting for her because she's just going on so many dates. We are rooting for you though. So, guys, that was episode 4. If you like this recap, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. We have so much more to look forward in this season because there's more singles that need Eliza help. So stay tuned, stay open-minded, and do not forget, share as much kindness as possible, y'all. Do not forget to share as much kindness as possible. Take care and stay tuned for the next episode recap. Bye, guys. Love you.